Lambeau Field opened for business in 1957. Over the decades, it's undergone multiple expansion projects, such as the opening of the atrium named Titletown, that have enhanced its allure. Welcome to Green Bay. Tom Hammond and Chris Collinsworth getting ready for the start of the game. We're looking forward to a solid Week 2 matchup between the Packers and the Bengals. This game is presented by Snickers. Number 10 lines up to kick this one away. The kick is away. Takes it at the 12.
Call this defense here.
Ball on their own 28. The Bengals line up in a 4-3. He looks to throw on first down. Passes on the move. Incomplete pass. Second down now following the incomplete pass.
You should stop him with this play.
One-man backfield. They hand it off. On play action. All kinds of pressure. Probably a good decision to throw it away. Third down coming up after that incompletion. Ball on their own 28. The defense comes out in the dime package. Rodgers sends one of his guys in motion. He drops back to pass. Driver makes the catch, and that'll move the chains.
And I'll tell you, where he made that play was right at the line of scrimmage. A great little move right off the ball, got the separation that he needed, and came up with a big play.
They hand it off. So a gain of about 1.
This play might work.
Ball on their own 43. They'll go from the I formation. Jones gets his hands on him and drags him down for a loss. James seems to be a little shaken up on that play.
This defense looks great.
Third down and long coming up here. Jackson lines up as the deep back. I formation. Drops back to pass. He's under pressure. Takes a shot deep to the right.
And that's a guy who's pretty dangerous if he can get the ball in his hands. Just didn't make the catch and really cost his team with that one. Well, he really made about half a play on that one. That one should have been intercepted.
Number 7 is waiting for the snap. Caldwell is back deep to return. Calls for the fair catch.
Don't be afraid to show him a little razzle-dazzle out there sometime. Now, you can't try a trick play too often. But if it works, you can usually bet on a big game.
They snap it to the back. Hands it off.
I know it takes patience, but you have to keep running the football at the defense. Sooner or later, they'll be able to break one for a big game.
The defense has about 7 defensive backs on the field. Drops back. He put something extra on that throw, and it'll keep the chains moving.
And that's really what it takes sometimes, because defenders are so quick out there. If you don't put a little extra pop on it, they can get there.
They come out with split backs.
28 Debo!
Here's the game.
We're starting to see a lot of these kind of guys come in the league, those who specialize in rushing the passer. So you'll see the defensive coordinator move them around a lot up front so that you can't be specific on who's going to try and block these great pass rushers.
They go to the run.
Running the ball consistently, obviously, is the first step in creating a truly balanced attack.
It's third down now and 8 to go. Homer is back in the gun. Back to throw. And he catches it at the 50, the 40, the 30. Is out at the 21. Great play that goes for big yardage.
And that is, without question, his bread and butter. Make the catch, find a little room, then outrun the defenders down the field. The coach counts on him to make a few big plays every game, and we just saw it.
done. Did a good job to get free and pick up the first.
You need to play it a little safe here. Run the ball and pick up a few. We're almost there.
This will be their first snap inside the 20 today. Palmer sends one of his guys in motion.
19!
On the ground with a tailback.
The defense held their position and didn't let him get away on that one.
Less than 10 yards away from a score now. Ace backfield this time. Back to pass. Pass is complete. So that's a gain of about 5.
Okay, you need to cap this drive now.
We're still locked up 0-0 as we head to the second quarter.
Be aware of the pressure here. If you feel the heat, you got to make quick decisions. Just make sure they're good ones.
Here's the halfback. Play fake. Passes. End zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Nice play call on that one to get the ball in the receiver's hand.
Well, this quarterback isn't always perfect, but when he gets hot, he can make throws like that in the small spots that are so impressive.
Graham lining up for the point after. Point after is good. Cincinnati is up a touchdown. Number 10 tees up the ball and looks ready to kick it deep. Decent kick. From the 3.
Good drive now for the offense. The last thing in the world you can afford to have happen now is a 3 and out. You've already given up a touchdown, a 3 and out here, and you're in trouble.
The Bengals come out in a 4-3. The halfback with the carry. He is hit hard on the play. Just about a 3-yard gain. The Cincinnati Bengals go with a 4-man front. And he will lose yardage on the play. He's not been able to get anything with his opportunity.
Give this defense a shot.
They'll work from the shotgun. Passes on the move. Falls incomplete. That incompletion will bring up 4th down. Nice series for this defense to force the 3 and out.
You know, we talk all the time about offenses getting momentum going and getting into a rhythm. Well, right now we're seeing this defense being aggressive, and they're in a rhythm now.
Takes it at the 33.
If you don't like what you see with the defense, you can always audible into something else.
1st and 10. The Packers bring in their quarter defensive package.
16, bingo!
Drops back on 1st down. It's completed. At the 50. Knocked out of bounds at the 47-yard line. Nice job getting that pass out of there, and he picks up the 1st down.
Be aware of the pressure here. If you feel the heat, you got to make quick decisions. Just make sure they're good ones.
Palmer lines up with a split
16,
backfield.
bingo!
They'll throw on 1st down. Under heavy pressure. He wasn't set when he threw. Won't be stopped. And that was a gain of 7.
Be efficient here. You can't afford to let time slip away from you.
Ball on the 40-yard line. Out of the shotgun.
72!
Drops back. And he caught it. He shows no hesitation and gets it in there to get the 1st down.
Check with me!
Ace backfield this time. 1st down. Looking to throw. It's completed.
You know, there's really no doubting this quarterback's physical skills. Sometimes he struggles with his mechanics or accuracy, but I don't think that there's really any issue. This guy has the ability to be an elite quarterback.
Number 49 is the man in motion. He's hammered in the backfield by Montgomery. Not what they were looking for on that play call.
You know, for a running back, there comes a point in time where you say, All right, this play is not working. Let me just get as much as I can and try to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Still going. He's out at the 25-yard line. Palmer guns one for a first down.
He had a little mustard on that one, didn't he? Reared back and threw that one pretty hard.
High formation here. He looks to throw on first down. And it's caught. He's having a great game. He just caught his 5th pass, and I don't think he's done yet. And this is the 8th play of the drive. They're within striking distance. So their last red zone visit resulted in a touchdown. Let's see if the defense can hold him this time. Number 49 in motion. Gets it off. After that run, they might want to give him the ball a few more times.
I agree. It looks like the defense is a little tired out there. Whatever the case, they're having a tough time now stopping the run.
They have to find a way to provide better protection for him.
Pretty hard to execute an offense when they get in the backfield that quickly. You know, we talked about going to a 5-step drop or a 3-step drop. They might have to go to a 1-step drop to get that thing out.
They can't bring him down. And he scores. What a play. That guy picked up a lot of yardage on that run.
Yeah, give the offensive line a little credit. They created the initial hole, but after that, it was all running back. That's the reason this guy is so popular in this league.
Graham lining up for the point after. Point after is good. They're starting to build a big lead early in this ballgame.
Yeah, and this defense better figure out something to do pretty quickly or this one's going to get away.
And here's the kick. From the 4. That return will set the offense up nicely.
Try this defense here.
The defense opens up the umbrella. The Bengals go with a 4-man front. Drops back on first down. Falls incomplete. Driver was the intended receiver on the play, and it falls incomplete.
Try this play.
Rodgers lines up in the shotgun formation. He drops back to pass. It's incomplete. The quarterback just had too much velocity on the ball. The receiver couldn't catch up.
And when you throw a football that hard, it just leaves no margin for error because there's no room for the wide receiver to make an adjustment.
One-man backfield. Drops back to pass. Pass completed. Still pushing. Jennings might have been shaken up a bit on the play.
Give this one a shot.
The Cincinnati Bengals come out in a 4-3. Looking to throw on first down. Drops the sure pick. Driver wasn't able to bring it in. Incomplete pass on the play. Back to throw. Gives a little pump fake. Defense closing in. Rodgers got to him in a hurry on that play.
This defense looks good.
The Bengals line up with a quarter defense. There are 7 defensive backs on the field. It's completed. They're trying to pin them deep with a solid punt right here. And we've come to halftime here. The score is 14-0. Bengals. Booming kick. Fields it at the 7. They'll take over at the 24.
Don't forget that your fullback can catch passes too. Send him out in a pattern and see if he'll break free.
They'll throw on first down. All kinds of pressure off his back foot. And he caught it. Dunn has come up big when called upon. Ball on their own 29. Single set backfield. Here's the give. It's a fumble. It's picked up. The 20, and he has room to run. The take. Guys, touchdown. And he scoops it up and scores. What a play.
Do you know how hard it is to scoop up one of those loose fumbles on the run, maintain possession, and get it in the end zone? What a great athletic play.
Crosby lining up for the point after. Up and good. As both teams take the field, we're just about ready for the second half. Great kick here. Has it at the 5. And it'll be very interesting to see if they can overcome that last fumble on this drive. One-man backfield. Drops back on first down. He's under pressure. Scrambled. And he just got hammered. Pretty good coverage downfield, so he decided to pack it in. Picked up a handful in the process.
Yeah, really not a bad play on that one to pull a ball down in that situation, because now not only do you have to think about maybe pulling somebody out of coverage or maybe just slow down that pass rush a little bit, but it plants a seed in the defense's mind.
Let's move this football.
The Packers bring in the nickel package. First down, looking to throw. Strong throw to his right.
Screen passes like that are real confidence builders for the quarterback. They get a completion, a nice little gain, and they know they're not going to get hit.
They'll go from the I formation. Hands it off.
And you try to keep your offense on schedule. Anytime you take a penalty, it's just so much harder to pick up a first down.
Dunn alone in the backfield. The halfback with the carry. Setting up play action. Throws while on the run. And he catches it. Just in a rhythm now as he extends his catch total to 8. They come out in a nickel. Here's the halfback. Takes the run. Throws on the run. The 20. It's completed. The 10. Touchdown, Bengals.
Carson Palmer is one of those guys that I think has a chance to be the very best quarterback in the league. Superior arm strength. A great leader. That knee injury set him back for a little while, but you can tell now he's getting back to form and is just playing great football.
Extra point is good. Number 10 is just about ready to put his leg into this one. He kicks it.
They have time to get this done here. And I always thought it was a great situation for an offense because defenses tend to play a little more cautious here. Gives you a chance to get some momentum on your side.
They line up in the I formation. Driver takes off in motion. First down, looking to throw. Under heavy pressure, short pass. And he catches it. And he will lose yardage on the play.
Screen passes like that are real confidence builders for the quarterback. They get a completion, a nice little gain, and they know they're not going to get hit.
Cincinnati lines up in a 4-3. He throws it. The 40 at the 50.
Aaron Rodgers handled all the pressure of following a legend so beautifully, but now he is starting to build on his own very impressive career.
The defense backs off on the coverage. The Bengals bring in the nickel package. Hands it off. Nice play there. Defense closing in. Pass is complete. Not much of a gain at all on that first down.
And they didn't pick up the first down that time, but you drop back, you make a good throw like that. Now you're in position to try and pick up this first down.
Back to pass. Pass
completed.
And that one will go for a first. Out of the I formation. They back off in cover. Here's a little draw play.
I don't know, Tom. Didn't look like he hit the hole with very much conviction on that run.
Ball on the 26-yard line. The defense is in the nickel. And that's the end of the third quarter. The Cincinnati Bengals 21, the Packers 7. The Cincinnati Bengals begin this final quarter in field goal range, down by 2 scores. The Bengals line up with a nickelback. The halfback with the carry. On play action, all kinds of pressure.
Well, it's becoming pretty obvious at this point that they're having trouble blocking this defensive line. Now you really don't have a choice. You have to go to more 3- and 5-step drops to get that ball out of there quickly.
The Bengals recover. That fumble could have a huge impact on the outcome of this game.
Keep that clock moving. Make sure you use as much time as you can while your offense has the ball.
Dunn lines up as the deep back. I formation. They hand it off. He's used his blockers very well this game. How can you not be a fan of this guy? 2nd down and 2 to go. Palmer sends one of his guys in motion. They get it to the tailback. He was looking for some room on the ground, but the defense was right there.
Yeah, the defense really sold out on the run that time. I was hoping I would see a quarterback audible there because the defense was showing they did play the run, and obviously the quarterback didn't make the right call.
Put it away.
Bring it out, and the defense wins. That's the bottom line. That's an embarrassing spot for an offense to be in. And so many times we see the momentum shift coming out of those 3-and-out situations.
The Bengals recovered it. Number 49 is the man in motion. Here's the halfback. The 10, touchdown Bengals. The back just found some daylight and got it in for 6.
I always say making the hole is the hard part. If you give any one of a number of backs a hole that size, they're going to be able to pop it in there for a touchdown. Nice blocking there by the big guys.
Number 10 looks to send this one deep. The kick. Takes it at the 16.
I really don't think you have a choice at this point. You have to get in the 2-minute offense, try and get the ball down the field quickly in your star players' hands, change the momentum of the game.
The Bengals line up in a 4-3. Drop back on 1st down. Pass is complete. He put something extra on that throw, and it'll keep the chains moving. Looks like they're going to make a nickel and dime it. He looks to throw on 1st down. It's completed. So they get 2 first downs on their last 2 plays.
And they're getting it done, seeing the whole field and taking advantage of what the defense is giving them right now.
Let's see if the offense can keep up the pace. They'll throw on 1st down. Steps up in the pocket. No, he drops it.
Well, if the wide receiver's not kicking himself, the quarterback or the head coach might be. That was an easy one.
The Cincinnati Bengals bring in the nickel package. Drops back to pass. He's under pressure. Pass completed. He's dropped at the 34-yard line. Nelson picked up 6 for that grab. 64. He drops back. Under heavy pressure. It's tipped away. Jennings was unable to make the catch on that pass attempt.
Now, a smart coach would call this defense. Here's a good defense for this situation.
Looks like they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Takes the run.
It is so hard to complete passes like that on 4th down because there's no mystery about what you're going to have to do, and especially in those lower yardage situations, you have to execute perfectly, and that's exactly what they did.
Pass is complete. That's a good 9-yard gain.
Now, that's the kind of pass pattern I used to always love to run because if the defense is even a little bit lax in their coverage, it's pretty easy to get that one in there.
Jones has the pick. Fumble.
I'm thinking I'll just run it right at him.
After the defense gets the takeaway, they're now set to go at the 23-yard line.
Palmer sends one of his guys in motion. Here's the halfback. Dunn gets 3 yards on the carry. Play didn't get them the first, and now they're looking at 3rd down.
Keep it on the ground here. No need for a turnover at this point.
Hand it on. Probably the right call, but just couldn't get the yardage they needed.
That was a big stop there. Now they're going to have to punt the football away. I know there's not a ton of time left on the clock, but plenty of time to get his team right back down the field.
And the snap goes right to the back. And he will go all the way. The 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Bengals. Graham lining up for the point after. And the point after is good. Number 10 lines up to kick this one away. Decent kick. Takes it at the 14. So this one is all wrapped up. Our final score, the Cincinnati Bengals 35, the Green Bay Packers 7.